the dialogue is atrocious. George Lucas, it would seem, has never heard humans speak. He writes dialogue like I imagine an alien would write dialogue if the only thing he knew about the human race he learned by watching daytime soap operas. There is not one moment where the script reaches even like a C grade. It is the worst dialogue I've ever heard in a mainstream Hollywood film. It is shockingly bad.
Well, it's not supposed to be a mainstream Hollywood film. That being said, yeah, I can't really argue that. There is some pretty clunky dialogue here and there. Still went on to be the most profitable franchise, maybe not anymore, Star Wars.
Goes up to Padme, played by Natalie Portman, and says, "You're so beautiful." And then Padme responds, "That's because I'm so in love." To which Anakin says, "No, it's because I'm so in love with you." That is actual dialogue in this movie. It commits every sin of bad script writing. It is clunky. It's on the nose. It doesn't sound natural at all. Humans do not speak this way. There are like a million different scenes that any decently creative and literate person could come up with that get that message across. Instead, George Lucas just writes on the page, and then Anakin says, "You're beautiful." And Padme says, "I'm so in love." And Anakin says, "No, I'm in love." And Padme says, "No, I'm in love." And then they kiss. And then after they kiss, they both say it the same.
No, she says, "So love has blinded you." Yeah, that was a clunky scene. What can I really say? But there's much more to the story. As for Hayden Christensen's clunky dialogue, I mean, I'm not even going to get into that because I've made so many videos explaining how he portrayed Anakin literally perfectly, which debunks a ton of people talking shit on Hayden Christensen, saying that he was a poor actor and all this and that. He was acting Anakin the way Anakin needed to be acted. I've gone into depth on it. If he raises this point again, I may be inclined to do it again, but go and watch those videos because it nails it.
Twice the pride, double the fall.
Now, granted, the actors were given the impossible task of delivering George Lucas dialogue, which is the modern film industry equivalent of like pulling the sword from the stone.
Well, Ewan McGregor did a great job. I think Hayden gets so much hate, or he used to at least, because people didn't understand the character of Anakin. He's literally supposed to be talking like he's a programmed bot. The kid has had no real life. He has no, he doesn't really know what it's like to be human. Like, he was more human when he was a kid. Then he was taken by the Jedi, and here I am explaining it. Then he was taken by the Jedi and essentially, forced into not having any emotion whatsoever, yet he has so much. And that's the beautiful thing about Anakin as a kid. He wants to help everybody. He has tons of emotion. Anger, love. He feels a lot. And then when his mother dies, he's just extremely broken, you know? And the Jedi don't listen to him. Nobody really listens to him, but yet they endorse him and they glaze him. But when it comes to him actually getting the respect he deserves, such as the ranking and all that stuff, nah, nothing, you know? Go to fight Grievous? Nope, nothing. Yet he's fought single-handedly so many wars in the Clone Wars. And now he's having dreams of his wife dying. He is extremely depressed, extremely conflicted his entire life, and all the Jedi have to say about it is, miss them, do not. Mourn them, do not. And he's like, what are you supposed to... You're not even supposed to show emotion.
Neither can Natalie Portman, Ewan McGregor, Samuel L. Jackson, who are all terrible in this film. Even R2-D2's performance fell flat and uninspired.
Oh, come on. I can understand not liking a film, but you have to understand the characters and why they're being acted in such a way. Are you going to say that Ben Stiller acting as Simple Jack, he was acting come on, there's a reason that this character has to act in this monotone style, and then it transfers into Darth Vader, who speaks very monotone as well. It's like poetry, it rhymes, and that was the point. It's unfortunate that went over his head.
Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
But Ian McDiarmid, I mean, you can say whatever you want about anybody else, but Ian McDiarmid is literally a cut above the rest when it comes to acting. And that's not just put shade on any of the boys, but Ian McDiarmid is Ian McDiarmid.
I pledge myself to your teachings.